Well, the time now is about 10 minutes after the top of the hour, and the face of a killer. Police hoping that this sketch helps them hunt down the man who murdered 2 girls in Indiana. Private investigator Vincent Hill has met with both victims' parents, and he tells us where the case goes from here.
We also believe this person is from Delphi, currently or has previously lived here, visits Delphi on a regular basis, or works here. We believe you are hiding in plain sight.
Well, a sketch of the suspect released 2 years after the brutal murders of 8th graders Libby German and Abby Williams on a hiking trail. Police say the girls' killer may be a resident still living in their small Indiana town. So how close are police to cracking this case? Vincent Hill, law enforcement analyst and private investigator who has met with both parents, joins me now to discuss the latest developments. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, good morning, Heather. And just like you said, last year I got a chance to meet the parents of both victims in Nashville at CrimeCon. And one of the things I did besides pray for them, I actually told them, we will find justice for your daughters. You know, one of the things I always thought about this investigation is when you look at that town, it's a very small town, about 3,000 people. So I never really believed it was some outside drifter that came into this town. It was someone close to the investigation, much like Jamie Kloss, that individual had stalked Jamie in the past. So I think investigators are now on the right track, looking for someone that is local to the community, someone that knew the area.
Vincent, you mentioned that Delphi being a very small town. It's actually a population of just a little over 3,000. Police also, investigators have now released this new video of the suspect, if we can pull that up for people at home as well. My question to you is, and we were all wondering here, why are they just now releasing this video?
You know, Heather, I've pondered that same question as of yesterday when this video was released. I mean, I think this is something that obviously someone that, if you look at that mannerism of walk, someone probably knows that walk. I mean, a family member, a close friend, someone that knew this individual maybe from school. But I'm sure there is a reason investigators just now released this video. But to your point with this video, there's also audio with that. And what's that old saying? A mother can identify the cry of their baby in a room full of crying babies. Someone knows that voice, someone knows that walk, and more importantly, someone knows that face that you see on your screen right now.
Yeah, so here we are 2 years later, and we still don't have a suspect in custody, but we seem to have a lot of information. What else do you think has not been released so far in this case?
Well, one thing I noticed on that video, Heather, is it didn't appear that this individual was wearing gloves. So that tells me there's going to be some kind of touch DNA here, because let's keep in mind, this was a crime of opportunity. It happened quick. He told them to get down the hill. They were found not too far away. So this wasn't something planned out. So there were a lot of mistakes made in that. And plus, I would be curious to see how he actually contained these 2 young women. Was he armed with a gun? I suspect that he was. So with that, I would go back to some of the local gun shops in the area to say, hey, did someone matching this description come in before these murders took place, around that time? Because it's really hard to subdue 2 individuals just by telling them to go down the hill. So there's a lot of unanswered questions, but I think the evidence is there. Why
do you think they're releasing this new information right now, the timing of it?
You know, I think they want to find justice for the families, and I think, you know, they have to keep a lot of stuff close to the hip during these investigations, but I feel that they're actually close to this individual. They're probably trying to get this individual to come forward, to get a family member to come forward. They just need that other key piece of evidence to close this case, and it's right around the corner, I feel.
You know, you mentioned at the beginning of our conversation that you did meet with the parents of both of the young girls involved in this. Did the parents give you any indication of what they think happened and who was responsible?
No, they're, you know, up in the air with, you know, who's involved with this and what happened to their daughters. You know, they just want justice for their daughters. They were at CrimeCon spreading the word about their daughters there in Nashville, and I think they're going to be in CrimeCon this year. But hopefully when CrimeCon rolls around in June, that we will actually have answers for the families here.
Yeah, you look at their faces right there and you just wonder, I mean, the family just has to be heartbroken, and they do deserve answers. Absolutely. For sure. Vincent, thank you so much for joining us. We do want to bring this up, this tip line and email as well for any information. If you know who's responsible for this, 844-459-5786, Abby and Libby tip at the sheriff there, the website. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Heather.
All right. Have a good day, Vincent.